Okay, so today we are doing the same thing that we did yesterday. So notice what these notes are, 3.5a and b. So it's the same thing that we did yesterday. So remember, the first thing that you're going to do is put this in y equals mx plus b format, right? We're going to say y equals mx plus b. Why is this not working? So we have our y equals mx plus b. Remember m, I'm gonna highlight this, right? We're gonna highlight it. Remember m and b are numbers, right? So those will change to a number. So remember the y and the x stay the same when we cannot combine unlike terms, okay? And then remember what I said yesterday, we are going to always plot b first, and I want you to label b equals, and then I want you to label m equals, so you have to have that on your graph. Then remember also that b is always on the y-axis, right? Because it is the y-intercept. So it is the y-intercept. Then m is your slope. It is rise over run. So that is your y over your x. So your y-axis is here, right? It's up and down. And then this is your x-axis, okay? Don't get that confused with x equals and y equals, okay? So from yesterday, we talked about that. So let's look at some examples here. Okay, so what I want you to do first is disregard any of the directions that they're asking you to do today. We're going to do exactly like what we did yesterday. We're going to find it in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. There's a slope and the intercept. That's why it's called that. And then you're going to graph it, okay? And that's all you're going to do. You don't have to find the x-intercept. You don't have to find the y-intercept. This is all we're doing, okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is let's look at an example. And if I had 2x plus 3y equals 12. So we want to get y by itself. So remember, circle that variable. That means I have to push the 2x to the other side. It crosses the equal sign, right? It's crossing this equal sign. So that means I have to change the sign because it was a positive 2 over here, so it crosses over, it has to become a negative. A positive and negative cancel out, that's why I pushed it over. So I have 3y equals 12 minus 2x. Then I have 3 times y, so the inverse of multiplication is division. So you have to divide everything by 3. 3 divided by 3, anything divided by itself is 1. So we get y equals 12 over 3 is 4. And then negative 2/3 x. So b is 4. Remember, y equals mx plus b. B is just the number. It is not the number multiplied with x. So it's 4. So we're going to graph this here. This is my y-intercept. This is my x. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to plot a point at 4 here, right? Then I'm going to look at my slope. It is the number multiplied. So m is negative 2 over 3. And remember, I said yesterday, I always put the negative on top. So then I know I'm always going to go down or up, and I'm always going to run right, right? So I'm going to go down 2 from that start point. I'm going to go down 1, 2. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go right 3. So I go down 2 and right 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to draw my line. So I went over 3. And so then I always run right. Okay, so let's look at another one. Okay, so we have 3/4 plus x equals 1/2 y. So I need to get y by itself. It's 1 divided by 2. So we need to multiply. And if you want to, you can do it down here. Multiply by 2 to get rid of this guy, right? But that means I have to multiply all of this by 2, right? So I have to multiply this guy by 2 and this guy by 2. So make sure you're multiplying it all by 2. I'll erase this guy here. Okay. All right, so make sure you're doing that. So then what that means is then this is, I'll do the work over here. 3/4 times 2 over 1, which becomes 6/4. And then 2 times x, which becomes 2x, right? And then this becomes just y. Okay, so if you want, you can change this to a decimal so it kind of helps you understand where is that on the graph. So we have our x and our y. Okay, and I'm going to put some graph points here, some lines. You may want to make them a little bigger and not like too close together, those lines, to help you out. All right, and so then now let's look at, I'm going to change my color here. So we have b equals 6/4, right? Or that's the same as 1.5 to help you remember. So I'm going to go up 1.5. Okay. Then m is the number with x. So it is 2. But it has to be rise over run. So it's got to be 2 over 1. So that means I'm going to go up 2 from that start point. And then I'm going to run right to get my point. So I'm going to go up 2. That means I go halfway between 1, 2, and right 1. Notice it's right 1, and we'll draw our line. Okay, then let's do 2 more. And then we did these yesterday. So if I had x equals 3 and y equals -2. X, y, x, y, and okay, so let's look at the y equals. So the y equals -2. So I have this on the y-intercept, and it's saying y is always -2. So if I stop and think about this, this is 0, -2, this point. There are points all along this line. So if you need some help, like what is this point? Well, this is -2, -2. Right? So what is my y value? It's always -2. This is -1, -2 right here. So my line looks like this. This one over here is x is 3. This is the only time, because there's no y, the only time that you will plot a point, the first point and only point on the x-axis. Only time on the x-axis. And then if you're struggling, like what does this become? Well, this is 3, 0, this point. And if I plotted a point here, this is 3, 2. Notice my x values are all 3. And if I plug a point here, this is 3, -2. So notice all my x values are 3. All right? And that should help you with your work today.